Hey guys, it's Shades. Today I'm going to show you this very clean underground tileable item sorter machine. Let me get some items and I'll show you how it works. As you can see, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bones and a sequence of wool. Let me place the items in. It doesn't matter what order you place items. So if you notice, that chest does not move, drop items when it's open, only closed. Simple trick, you've probably seen it. This circuit right here causes a small delay to happen in between each wool. That keeps the sorting system from getting overloaded and messing up. We will let that continue all the way. If you notice the clicks are actually when one of the items is finished. Otherwise it's a silent system. It's extremely SMP friendly, as the pump only works when there's an item. But let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4 with 5 bones. To build one module, you will need the following items: 19 building blocks including the floor, 1 chest or trap chest, 2 redstone, 3 redstone torches, 2 repeaters, 3 comparators, 5 droppers, and 5 hoppers. This side is the sorting side. It's probably something you've seen before, the very common sorting system. And this side is the side that pumps it up. You can probably build off of this, so I will let you freeze frame here if you want. The only thing to know is that this hopper is the clock, and so only one of the 2 hoppers has an item, and they point into each other. If you need more help, we will get building now. Each module, it's best if you dig a hole that's 7 deep and 10 long, with this one being the 5th one. Let me give you an example. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one right there will be the chest line. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go down 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For this tutorial, I will be showing you a 5 wide system. So I have dug out a tunnel that is 10 long, 7 deep, and 5 blocks wide. To start, you need your droppers. You want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So right there, and you want it pointed up. And bring those all the way up to the floor surface. Do that all the way across. Okay, next you are going to want to place some hoppers. You want to place them going into the bottom of each dropper. Next, you are going to want to place a building block, 1 below and 1 out from those hoppers. Okay, next you want to come to the back of those building blocks and place a redstone torch on the side of each one so that they are underneath each hopper. Next, you're going to want to place another building block on top of each of those, and a comparator pointing away from your hoppers. Next, place hoppers pointing into those comparators. Next, you want to come down and place building blocks on the very bottom. After you place those building blocks, you will place repeaters pointing on those building blocks, pointing in towards the system. And then place blocks above those repeaters, and then place redstone on those blocks. And then come in on the next column and place blocks right here behind these repeaters. And lastly, you want to place redstone there. That is the sorting system. To program it, you want to come into each of these top hoppers and select your items that you're going to program it with. It does have to be a stackable item. Take and put one in each, and then make sure there's 19 on this one. Excuse me, 18. Okay, do the next. Don't just stick the whole stack here, it will mess up the system. You can, for these 4 over here, you can use an item that is not going to go through the system, maybe some renamed cobblestone or something. But for me, right now, I'm just putting the same item. Okay, and that is the sorting part. Now let's get to the other side to build the pump. For the pump, you're going to start with your building blocks, come down one below this dropper again, and place those building blocks. On top of those, you will place your comparators, again pointing away. After placing those comparators, you want to place another row of building blocks and come in and place repeaters right off of those. Make sure that these repeaters are on full delay. After that, those repeaters you want pointing into building blocks. And on the side of those building blocks, you're going to want to place torches. After placing those torches, you're now going to place hoppers. Now these hoppers will form a clock that will pump the items up, so you want them facing each other with one of them right above the redstone torch. Another thing you'll want to do is to take any trash item that you have and place the item, one item in one hopper. The other one is empty. Go ahead and do that for the entire row. Those ones are just trash for now, just so I have something to angle these ones on. And then, and again, one item per timer. Okay, after that you want to place comparators next to the clock pointing towards your stack. They should all light up. If they are not, something is wrong. What happens is when the other side, when an item sorter puts an item in here, the clock begins to pump. When it's missing the item, it does not pump. That's what makes it SMP friendly, is you don't have a ton of redstone updates unless it needs to pump the item up. Okay, next you are going to have those comparators point into blocks, and those blocks are going to get a redstone torch on the side. And then above those redstone torches, you're going to place building blocks. And then another torch. And then building blocks. You can continue that pattern as high as you would like. Now your pump system is done. Now all you need to do is build the supply and exit system. To dig your input system, dig a hole like this on the side so that it's even with these hoppers. Then go to the other side and place hoppers pointing into each other all the way across. Place one out and one over, and then place hoppers up to ground level. Next, on that row you just built, place a comparator pointing outwards with a building block. Next, on the side of that building block, place a torch, place a block above it, and another torch, and then another building block to that side. Now you'll want redstone right there. Next, you'll place either a comparator or a repeater there. If it's a repeater, make sure it has no delay. Okay, and that is your timer for your input system. For your exit system, you want to come to the other side and dig a slot like this that is down one past the top of those hoppers. Next, you're going to want to place droppers right here all the way to ground level, and then come in to that dropper and place a hopper so that this line points into that dropper. Then you'll come over here. I'm going to clear this side to give us a little more room. So then you come over here and you build the same circuit that you did down here with the timer. You place one comparator, repeater on full delay, a building block, a torch. Above that torch you have two hoppers pointing into each other with one of them holding an item. If you put the item in the other one, it will move into this one and stay if things are right. Coming out of that timer is the comparator that goes into a building block, and on the side of that building block is a torch, and then on the top of that torch is a block. Go ahead and fill in the ground level. Next, you place chests. On this hopper side, start with a trap chest. That way if you place something that you want to keep in your inventory, it will remain in the chest until you close this box. And then just toggle back and forth between the types of chests. And you're done. To show you, let me place items in here. You may have to add one extra of each of these to fill the pump upwards, but once it's full, it will be done. But you place items in there, let it close. Let's check and see and make sure that our timer is working. Wait till it completes. There's two, and there's your items at the end. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like, sub, and share.